Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna my dear children. So today we are going to discuss a wonderful pastime. Okay, this pastime is called the Panihati UTSAV of Raghunath Goswami and NITYANANDA Prabhu. So I'm sure many of you know about this. But before, as usual, children, before we start to talk about this festival, we will recite our prayers and we will chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, when we chant, what happens is then we understand what this festival actually means. Okay, so I am sharing my screen. And Shruti, can you please unmute yourself and say the Panchatattva mantra?
Yes, Mataji. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Okay, so my dear children, today I'm going to tell you about this wonderful Panihati festival. Now, this festival is also called the Danda Utsav. Huh? Why? Because Nityananda Mahaprabhu, he punished Raghunath Das. Now, who is Nityananda Prabhu? Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram himself. And who did he come along with? Whenever Krishna comes, he brings down his associates. So Krishna and Balaram are always together, right? So like Ram, Lakshman came, right? With Ramji, Lakshmana came. With Krishna, Balaram came. And with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu came. So who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? All of you know, right? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna together. Okay? So Radha and Krishna together are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, and Nityananda Prabhu also came just 535 years ago in Navadvip. Just 535 years ago, children. So this is a pastime not very old. Okay, so I'm going to share my PowerPoint today, and I'm going to tell you about this wonderful pastime and how it is celebrated and why it is celebrated. But before that, we shall recite our prayers. So children, please raise your hands, all those who wish to recite the prayers. Okay, Shruti, start.
Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Takshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Wonderful. Next. Yes, unmute yourself.
Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Tadati Swam Padantikam.
Okay, Samhita.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha.
Read the next two lines also. Then Udbhav Krishna, be ready for the next two lines. Yes.
Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam.
Good. Udbhav Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam.
Read the other one. Sri Radha also.
Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Skim Chakanvitamscha.
Wonderful. Kiara.
हे कृष्ण करो सिंधु दीना बंधो जगतपते गोपिसा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते.
Wonderful. Enakshi. Would you like to read Enakshi?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please read.
तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विशोभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय.
Wonderful. Nitara. Would you like to read Vanchakalpatarubhyascha?
What?
There's no line.
Okay, can I read and you can repeat after me?
Okay.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Vancha kalpyatarubhyascha
kripa sindhubhya eva cha
kripa sindhuya eva cha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
namo namaha.
namo namaha.
Very good. Chakrika. Chakrika, would you like to recite this Panchatattva mantra, Chakrika?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Wonderful. Let's put our hands up in the air and recite together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, wonderful, my dear children. Now sit down and let us see what is this Panihati festival. Okay, what is this festival about? Huh? So, children, long ago, there was a place called Panihati on the banks of the river Ganga in West Bengal. And this Panihati was very, it was a great trade marketplace, yeah, because the river Ganga would, provide all the nice soil and nutrition to the soil on the banks. There were many things grown and rice would be grown also. And also river Ganga would act as a medium for transportation, means importing or exporting goods to across the river to other places across Panihati. And in this place, so that is how this festival which took place in this particular place, where now ISKCON has built up a nice, wonderful temple in this very place that this pastime took place with Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And this place is called now Panihati. Hati means a place, right? And Hati means also a marketplace. And it has come from Panihati. And there's a lot of production of this rice. So out of which chipped rice was made and exported to other places, right? Now, all of you know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, right? He appeared 535 years ago, 1486 in February. and he spread the Sankirtan movement. So before this, in Panihati, children, there were many, Buddhists that used to live there. And there were many people who were, not following Harinam at all. Many people didn't even know what is Harinam. And there were these tantric babas who would take care of the bhoot and, these black magic they used to do. And they used to fool the people. Okay. So this was this place was in the 16th century. In that is the time of the 16th century. So soon Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and he started the Sankirtan movement. What is Sankirtan? Sang means sang karke kirtan, means chanting together, like how all of us just did. In Kali Yuga, Krishna said that chanting alone also will not help. Our mind will go here, oh, we have to do this project of the school, oh, we have to do this homework, oh, we have to do that. So then that is the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he taught us congregational chanting. So now let us see what exactly happened. What is the reason behind this Panihati Utsav? So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Navdvipa in 1486 AD, right? In Mayapur, right? And the purpose of his appearance was to establish the Yuga Dharma, which was the congregational chanting, right, of the holy name. And what is the chanting that we do? What is the holy name that is recommended? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and nothing else, children. Okay. So Lord Balaram also appeared as Nityananda Prabhu, as we just discussed, right? Lord Balaram, who in the Krishna Leela, who became Balaram, he came as Nityananda Prabhu. And many other associates of Lord Krishna also appeared to fulfill the mission of Sankirtan chanting. So all those who were present during Krishna Leela, all of them took up different bodies and they also came in Mayapur Navadvipa. Okay. Now, one of them was Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Okay. He is one of our acharyas. Now, what is the reason? So, who was this Raghunath Das Goswami? This Raghunath Das Goswami, he has been our acharya. He is our acharya, means a very great teacher of our sampradaya. What is our sampradaya? Gaudiya, Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnav Sampradaya. Why do we say this? Because our parampara, right? Our parampara starts from Lord Brahma. Of course, Lord Krishna is the one who starts. Then Lord Brahma. Then Vaishnav means Vishnu. Gaudiya means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belonged to the Gauda Desh, which is Bengal. Okay. So that's why it is Brahma Vaishnava Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we are the followers of this Sampradaya. If somebody asks you, ISKCON follows which Sampradaya, then you should know Brahma Vaishnava Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay. So Raghunath Das Goswami was a devotee of the highest order. He was not like a era devotee. He was the devotee of the highest order. And he displayed the spirit of lot of, devotion towards the Lord. And he also had the spirit of renunciation. Means he was very simple in his lifestyle, although he was the son of a very, very rich merchant. Okay. So he wanted to join Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his mission to spread the Krishna consciousness movement. He wanted to leave his job, he wanted to leave his work, and he wanted to leave his house also. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, my dear Raghunath Das Goswami, you should not do this now. Please concentrate on your work. I will tell you that when to meet Lord Nityananda, he will deliver you and free you from the clutches of Maya. So you don't worry, Maya will not be able to touch you. So that is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Raghunath Das Goswami. So 2 years later, children, Nityananda Prabhu came to Panihati. Okay. And in Panihati, he stayed there for some time. And Nityananda Prabhu had lots of associates, right? Lots of followers, just like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna has, so many associates. Lord Nityananda has his different type of associates. Lord Krishna's, like how in Vrindavan also, there was, 7 forests on the eastern side of Yamuna and 5 on the western forests of western side of Yamuna. So the 7 forests were delegated to Krishna, and he would do his pastimes with his gopis there in that forest, and all other pastimes, also killing the asuras and all. Similarly, even Lord Balaram used to have his own Rasa Leela, and he used to also kill many demons, and he had his different set of gopis and different set of associates, the cowherd boys, on the west coast of Yamuna, and he took care of 5 forests there. So here also, Lord Balaram had his different associates. So once they were sitting, on the banks of river Yamuna. You see this beautiful river Yamuna, and they were chanting, and this is Nityananda Prabhu was dancing with his associates, and he was also performing kirtan because he was one of the main associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who came to propagate the Harinam Sankirtan, right? So then even Raghunath Das, he was also staying in the nearby village, right? So he took permission from his father, Govardhan Majumdar. Right? What was his father's name? Govardhan Majumdar. Who is the father? Whose father is he? He is the father of Raghunath Das Goswami. To go to Panihati and meet Nityananda Prabhu. So when he took the permission to go to Panihati, his father said, okay, go and meet Nityananda Prabhu and come back as soon as possible. So children, sometimes we also feel that we are going to my friend's house. I don't need to take permission. It's just nearby. But no, you should always seek permission from your parents for every little thing that you are doing. Okay? For every little thing that you do, you must take permission from your parents that you are going, because that is safe for you all. Isn't it? Right? Whatever you do in school, whatever you feel like doing, whether you want to go to your friend's house to spend some time, you should always take permission. If your parents say no, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Just think that my parents have saved me from a big danger today. So go. So take your permission. Take the permission from your parents for every small thing, children, because you're under their shelter right now. So Raghunath Das Thakur also, he took permission from his father and he went to Panihati. Now, what happened at Panihati? At Panihati, he saw Nityananda Prabhu sitting on a piece of rock. Okay, and he was surrounded by his associates. So Raghunath Das Thakur did not have the courage to go next to Nityananda Prabhu and pay him obeisances. So he paid obeisances. That means he did pranam to Nityananda Prabhu from a very far distance. But Nityananda Prabhu, he noticed that. Okay, Nityananda Prabhu, he noticed it, and he called him, "You thief, come here. Why are you paying obeisances from such a distance? Why don't you have the courage to come and meet me here? Are you a thief?" So Raghunath Das Thakur went running. He went running to Nityananda Prabhu, and so Nityananda Prabhu, he got hold of Raghunath Das Thakur and put him down on the floor and put his lotus feet on his head. Now, children, you must be wondering that Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram. He is Lord Balaram. He is the main associate of Krishna. Why is he being so rude with such a devotee who wants to meet him? Why is he doing this? So children, when Nityananda Prabhu put his lotus foot on the head of Raghunath Das Thakur, all the associates started shouting, "Hari Bol, Hari Bol," and the demigods also started showering flowers, because Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram himself. And to get the mercy of Lord Balaram's feet, lotus feet on somebody's head, is a fortune of many, many lifetimes. We always pray in our prayers that, oh Krishna, oh Radha, please keep us in the dust of your lotus feet. So, Nityananda Prabhu, who is Lord himself, right? One the main associate of Lord, he put his lotus foot on Raghunath Das Thakur and blessed him profusely. So this is a blessing in disguise. Sometimes we may feel that Lord is rude, but no, he's showering all his mercy. Even Lord Brahma, other demigods also wait to have the lotus feet of the Lord on their heads. But they are also not fortunate. But we devotees can be fortunate when we pay our obeisances to the Lord. Okay? And so Raghunath Das Thakur was very, very lucky in that way. So this is the significance of this pastime. Now, after this, how did it become an utsav? So Lord Nityananda ordered Raghunath Das Thakur to go and feed all the thousands and lakhs of devotees who had come, associates who had come with Nityananda Prabhu, to feed them Dahi Chida, right? So Dahi Chida is a very nice dish which is made today to offer to the Lordships. So this is made out of chipped rice or poha, avalaki. It is made out of poha, children, and it is soaked overnight in milk. Okay, so half of it is made with condensed milk and sugar and fruits and even camphor, and half of it is made mixed with yogurt, and then many berries and mangoes and fruits are mixed with it, and camphor is also added, edible camphor, and this makes a very, very cooling offering to the Lord. It is amazing, children. It is just wonderful. So on this day, devotees make this particular concoction and offer to the Lordships. So Raghunath Das Thakur, he ordered his men to get all the eatables from the neighboring villages and prepare 2 pots each for all the devotees. So he prepared, in one pot there was chipped rice mixed with milk or condensed milk, and in the other pot there was chipped rice mixed with yogurt. And then, they are served with wonderful berries and pomegranate and sometimes pineapple, bananas, mangoes, and other sweet meats. Sugar is used, and even jaggery is used, and fresh honey is used. And it is just amazing. Don't you see here? Yeah, isn't it wonderful? Would you like to try this recipe? I'm going to send you this recipe, children, of Dahi Chida or Chida Dahi. And you may offer it to the Lordships, and then nicely have this, partake this prasadam. It's wonderful dish. So this is the day when this festival was celebrated, when Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he showered his mercy on Raghunath Das Thakur by putting his lotus foot. And everywhere, all around the world, children, today's day is celebrated as the Panihati festival or the Dahi Chida festival. See, now devotees are taking the prasadam which was offered to the Lord. Here, see, we have offered to the Lord, Shishi Gaurnitai. And here it has been distributed to the devotees. They partake this prasadam and they sing the glories of Nityananda Mahaprabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and take the blessings. So all those of you who have heard this recitation today have received the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, children, because Nityananda Prabhu is the most merciful incarnation of the Lord. Because you remember the Jagai Madhai pastime, when Jagai and Madhai were going to, these were the miscreants, the sinners who were going to be killed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu was the one who begged for mercy, and he said that no, please don't kill them. Please shower your mercy on them, my dear Lord. And then they were delivered. So all those who, listen to this katha or listen to this pastime of Nityananda Mahaprabhu of the Panihati Chida Dahi festival, get the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Yes, and this is a wonderful, wonderful festival which is celebrated all around the world, right? How many of you had heard about this festival? Tell me. Or maybe not heard. Ah, yes. Okay, not heard. Yes, yes. Many of you have not heard, right? So many of you have heard also. So wonderful. So now let me open the discussion for any questions that you may have. Any questions that you have, children, and then we can do a small kirtan, a standing kirtan, okay? We will sing a nice bhajan of Lord Nityananda, okay? So anybody has any question? Okay, Kiara wants to ask. Yes, Kiara, unmute yourself.
Mataji, you said that even if Lord Krishna or Lord Balaram, if they put their feet on us, that means they've showered their mercy. But
Yes.
how do they shower the mercy from the dust of their feet?
Because they are transcendental. Even देखो वैसे तो कहते हैं ना कि जाओ जाओ पैर धो के आओ, गंदे हो गए हैं पैर. When you come home, right, your parents say that. कभी कभी खेल के आते हो तो जाओ जाओ जल्दी पैर धो के आओ. या when we come from school, when you come from school, your parents say, because we are conditioned souls. We are not God, right? We are the servants of God. And our bodies are made up of earth, with water, fire, ether, and air, like Pancha Mahabhutas, right? But the bodies of Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates
They're not made from those elements.
Yes, so what is it made up of?
It one that we have like skin and bones and nerves. They don't have anything like that. It seems like they have all that, but it's made up of different things. It's made up of the universe.
So it is made up of eternity. You said the first thing right. Eternity, bliss, and knowledge. So their feet are equally potent as much as their head is or their hand is, right? So we have to, we as devotees pray with a very humble mood that, hey Bhagwan, apne charnon mein hi hame jagah de do, right? So that is what their charan are, the lotus, are like lotus feet, are as soft as lotus. They don't hurt the devotees. Okay? So that's
Mataji, also, if we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we will be also free from all these elements.
Not from these elements. Our body will never be free from these elements, children, my dear. But when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, we will be able to go back home, back to Godhead. We can meet
We
Krishna.
will use this material body.
Yes, and we will go to Krishna. When we go to Goloka Dham, when we meet Krishna, then our bodies will not be made up of these Pancha Mahabhutas. Okay?
Because our soul will go somewhere back to Vaikuntha.
Back to Vaikuntha, and we will have a nice body there, beautiful body. We will not age, we will not have wrinkles, we will not have dark circles, nothing. Okay? Yes, Shruti. Jyotika Deepika wants to say, okay, Jyotika.
Mataji, what sweet meat?
Sweet meats means, like sugar, honey, good, jaggery. Okay? That's called sweet meats. Yes, Shruti, you want to ask something?
Yes, Mataji.
Tell me. Yes?
What is CHIDA Dahi?
That's what I explained. Chida means chipped rice. Poha. Do you eat poha in breakfast, Avalaki?
No, I'll take some sandwich like that.
Acha. So ask your mother to show you poha. That is flat rice.
I see.
You have seen. So that is chida. And this is the recipe that is made on this Panihati festival day. Chida Dahi festival day. Okay. And it is soaked overnight. I will send the recipe in the group. Okay. And it is soaked in milk and it is mixed with yogurt. Yogurt means dahi. That's why it's called chida dahi. Yes, you're showing. Yes. That's chida, huh? Okay. Okay, wonderful. Anyone else wants to ask anything before I share this wonderful kirtan and we will all sing this, huh, children? 1 second. Okay, all of you be muted, and while you all are muted, children, please sing along with me. Okay? Can you see this? Nityananda Vadhu Tendur. We have sang this earlier, so we'll sing it again. We have sung this earlier. Okay, let us start singing, okay? Nityananda Vadhu Tendur Vasudha Pranvallabha Janavi Jivitapati Krishna Prema Pradha Prabhu Padmavati Sutta Shriman Sachinandana Purvaja Bhavonato Jagaprata Rakta Gaurakalevara Shri Nityananda Chandrasya Namadvadasakam Shubham Yaidam Pratyaham Prata Pratyuthaya Pathenara Saklesharahito Bhutva Prapnuyat Svamanoratham Tunam Chaitanya Devasya Karuna Bhajanam Bhavet Nityanando Vadhu Tendur Vasudha Pranavallabha Janavi Jivitapati Krishna Prema Pradha Prabhu Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yes, Hari Bol. So children, did you sing along? Yes, did you sing along? Yes, Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you very much for singing along. Just let's memorize this wonderful bhajan, and I will also send the recording, this bhajan on the group and the recipe of CHIDA recipe on the group. Okay, let's end this class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,